Hello everybody, what is Eddie and welcome to ranking championship free agent. I haven't put every single free agent on here. I've just put probably the main ones, so like, the more likely the first team ones, the one which really affect the club, not like, some under 23 players and stuff like that. But anyway, we're going to get straight into the video. So we've got 32 free agents to rank here. So first one we're going to kick it off with is Morgan Fox. Honestly, I think would be a decent pickup for any club. I'm going to put in the 50-50 category because he's probably the definition of a squad player now. He was pretty good, when he was at Charlton. I know he's interested in a lot of clubs. Went to Stoke, hasn't done too much for Stoke. Not really a consistent first team starter. Solid left back though. Maybe high-end League One, Championship, mid-table-ish, squad rotation left back. Would be a decent pickup for, clubs like Birmingham and, mid-table down there clubs. Right, next one is Joe Lumley. I think a risk. Joe Lumley is definitely a risk because I won't put him in the avoid because he can have the odd good game here and there and he is a good goalkeeper at times, but he is a little bit risky. At Reading this season, he was very hit and miss. He's done well to replace Luke Southwood in net, after him being loaned out. I think he went on loan to Cheltenham, was it? But yeah, anyway, Joe Lumley, a risk. He has got plenty of championship experience and can pull off the odd decent save, but he's definitely got a mistake in him. So yeah, Joe Lumley is definitely a risk. Next one is Nick Powell. This one's an odd one because I'm going to put Nick Powell in the risk. Nick Powell, all my days, he was amazing, in his prime for Stoke. He was incredible. But the main reason why I put him in the risk because of his injuries. He's riddled with injuries. He hasn't recovered since his big injury suffered with Stoke, which left him out for multiple months. Since coming back, I believe he played a few games, then got injured again. So he's definitely a risk of a signing now, and I believe he probably will be on a decent wage if your club be looking on for him. But he definitely does have that quality, so I don't think it would be a massively bad signing for some clubs if you get him on a cheap wage department. Next one is Maxime Collan. The problem is with Maxime Collan is the wages. He's on a lot of money at Blues, a lot of money. And would he be willing to take a pay cut? If he's willing to take a pay cut, honestly, I would put him in the must pick up category because he probably was one of the most consistent, championship right backs. I'm going to put him in the decent category. I think he'd be a decent pickup for any team in the, in the championship. Very good fullback. Can go forward, cross, score, assist, defend. I quite like Maxime Collan, however, he is getting up there in age. So I feel like maybe 2 small seasons he's got if he does sign with a championship club. But in real life, I'd expect him to go to end of his career in France, Ligue 1 or something like that. Okay, next player we're going to go with Sonny Bradley. Honestly, a must pick up for many clubs. Sonny Bradley is a fantastic defender, plenty of experience. One of Luton's probably best defenders that they've had along with Lockyer. Really good defender. I would definitely pick him up. Next one is Leo Balogun. I'm going to put in the 50-50. Right, if Leo Balogun was, let's say, 4 years younger, I would have probably put him in like the decent category, but he is now 34. I believe he spent a lot of time out injury-wise, and also, however, when he has played, he also has been a little bit 50-50, especially for QPR and Glasgow Rangers. But before that, he was a really solid defender for Wigan, and I think it was QPR. No, not QPR. Who was it? There was another club he played for in the Championship, I think. But he is a solid defender. Pretty quick as well. So, 50-50. Not the worst pickup, but could potentially get better. Joel Latibidura, honestly, must pick up. Clubs must look at this guy. I don't know how he hasn't been picked up yet. Fantastic player. Can play right back, centre back. Young. He's a must pick up for many Championship clubs. Next one is Ryan Manning. Must pick up again. He probably, Ryan Manning probably goes top in terms of that category out of all these players. He is a phenomenal player. He's probably, you think he has the most, pass to shots, if that makes any sense. So he's created the most, shots on goal chances. So through passing and assists, obviously fantastic for Swansea. He was really good for QPR. Probably the best free agent in the Championship at the moment. Very good player. Next one is Troy Deeney. I'm going to put him in the 50-50 category. Troy Deeney hasn't done too bad at Birmingham. I believe he scored 6 goals last season. He didn't consistently play, though. But he is a good player, though, Troy Deeney. Definitely does have quality, a leader in the dressing room. He still is in talks with Birmingham about a contract, but he looks like he probably won't sign it. So Troy Deeney, definitely a 50-50 option. Next one is Luke Daniels. This is a difficult one to say this. Probably, I don't know. I'd put him in meh, you know, if there was a meh category. Honestly, Luke Daniels really hasn't really done anything, really. He's been a backup goalkeeper for a few seasons now. Hasn't really necessarily hit, you know, like the, what's the word? You know, the, like consistent level, first team starter. He did have a little bit of a run with Borough. He did alright. He used to play for Brentford as well. Spent a number of years there in number 2, but he does seem to be the definition of a number 2 player right now. Next one is Ryan Niambi. What has happened to Ryan Niambi, man? What on earth has happened? Probably one of the best right backs in the Championship last season. Well, not last season. Well, you know, like when he was at Blackburn, he was a phenomenal right back. But recently, hasn't done anything really. He hasn't even really started much for Wigan. But he is a decent player, so I'm going to put him in the decent category. Next one is Tom Rogic. Honestly, must pick up. Great player. The only thing I'd be concerned at is his wages. I don't know how much he's on, but he's got the quality. I know he is 30 odd, but he has got the quality. He is a very, very, very talented midfielder. Definitely a must pick up for most Championship clubs. Daniel Ayala would definitely be a decent signing. Really solid centre-back. Despite he is 32, he has definitely got that vast experience in the Championship. Obviously played for Borough, you know, playing Spain as well. Promotion, he's done it before, you know, getting to the Premier League of promotion. Experience in the Premier League with Borough. So I think he's a decent pick-up for any Championship club. Next one is Kevin Long. I'm going to put Kevin Long in the decent category as well. If this was before, if he was just released at Burnley, you know, like he didn't spend any time at Birmingham, I'd probably put him in the risk category. But he was a really solid defender for Birmingham. You know, I personally think, I think he's probably one of my players of the, one of the players of the season since he signed. So if he would have kept up, if he would have joined to start the season and continued the way he played, I'd probably put him in the must pick up. Obviously, he still is a little bit injury prone, Kevin Long, and he also is fitness a little bit dodgy because he never consistently played for Burnley, but consistently playing for us Birmingham, he was very good. So yeah, I'd put him in the decent category. Next one is Luke Amos. I think would be... Oh, no, not Bradley Dack. Luke Amos would be a really decent signing, I think, for most Championship clubs. However, he is a little bit temper. You know, he has got a little bit of a bad temper, you know, Luke Amos. But he definitely does have that ability coming from the Spurs Youth Academy. You know, solid midfield. I think it would be a decent pickup. Next one is Bradley Dack, a risk. Bradley Dack a few years ago, very good. Recently, no. Well, he is still a very good player, but injuries again have absolutely riddled his career. He's the exact same as Nick Powell, you know, honestly, one of the best attacking midfielders in the Championship on quality. But injuries have just ruined him. Next one is Ruffles. I would say avoid, because he is a solid... Actually, no, I think I'm being a little bit harsh there. I'm going to put him in the 50-50 category. He can be alright. Not necessarily a fantastic left back, but can be alright. Next one, Jack Colback, I think would be a must pick up for quite a few Championship clubs. I feel like most Championship clubs should definitely look at Joel Colback just mainly because he's versatile. You know, he can play midfield, left back, you know, very solid player. Got that experience of the Championship, multiple promotion spells with clubs obviously like Newcastle and Nottingham Forest. Very experienced, leader in the dressing room. I think it'd be a must pick up for many clubs. Wes Harding, I think would be a decent signing. I like Wes Harding a lot. Can play right back and centre back. Mainly been playing in a bit of a back 3/back 5, but he can play right back as well. He's got loads of experience in the Championship. Obviously, played for Birmingham and Rotherham. I think it'd be a decent pickup for many Championship clubs. Next one, Daniel Sinani. 50-50, since spending time at Norwich and obviously went on loan to Wigan, he hasn't done anything. However, when he was at Huddersfield, he was very good for Huddersfield, so it's like that at the moment, you know, with Daniel Sané, because I really like him. I think he's a great player, the Luxembourg winger. I think he's a good player, but he is definitely a 50-50 player at the moment. Sam Clucas, bloody hell, you know, Sam Clucas, very good midfielder. Another one, though, that is ageing, but I think would be a decent pickup as a squad rotation. Next one is Darnell Fisher. When he was at Preston, really good. Went on loan to Borough, didn't do anything. Where do I put Daniel Fisher? Where do I put Daniel Fisher? I'm going to put him in the 50-50 category. Lyle Taylor. Lyle Taylor is a tough one, you know, because I'm going to put him in the risk category. He hasn't really done much since probably his time at Charlton. And at Nottingham Forest, didn't really score that many. At Blues, he did have a decent running for us, but since then, he hasn't really done anything. Lyle Taylor, he's going to vegetating, you know, like sitting, you know, at home. I don't know if he appeared for Forest. I believe he had a game on the bench. I don't know whether he came off the bench in that game, though. But yeah, I think another reason why Lyle Taylor is the money that he's on. The money, like, if he's willing to take a pay cut, I think it'd be a decent pickup, but the money that he's on would be a risk. Scott Malone, yeah, decent left back, you know, done really well for Millwall. Can score as well, get forward, can play in a back 5, back 4, solid left back. Next one, Lucas João, must pick up. I know he's in talks with Watford at the moment. I don't know if a deal has been done with Lucas João, but I think it would be a great signing for any championship club. Can know where the back of the net is. You know, very good player, experienced. Only 28, 6'4", has got pace as well. Good player. Next one, Sam Byram, decent. You know, left back, right back, ex-Premier League player. Didn't necessarily start much for Norwich, but squad rotation player really for Norwich, but would start for a mid-table championship club. Next one is Phil Jagielka. I think would be a decent pickup for any championship club or any League One club. I just purely think of the experience factor. You know, I think he's going to be crucial with Jagielka, dressing room leader. Despite he is 40, he has still been very good. I know Stoke fans loved him. Derby fans loved him. You know, he's been really successful wherever he's been, despite he is still aging. Well, aren't we all, you know, but like in terms of like 40 years of age is quite old for a centre-back, but he has been incredible. Next one, Grant Hall. I would say avoid. Another player's been riddled with injuries. Been at Rotherham, not really played much. Yeah, I would avoid Grant Hall. Next one is Callum Elder. 50-50. Done really... He's a weird one because he's the definition of like one of them players that are too good for League One but not good enough for the Championship. Because obviously he had a fantastic season in League One with Hull. Championship, not so much. Matthew Lowton, another player I think should avoid. Hasn't really done anything for Huddersfield when he was there. Yeah, avoid him. Next one is Darikwa. A risk. And to end it off in Henry Lansbury, I would say a 50-50 one. Solid midfielder, but then again, wasn't a starter for Luton much, but did play for them. So yeah, let me know you guys' thoughts on this tier list and what you guys think I've ranked these players. Let me know if there's anybody you guys think I should change, or if there's anybody that you guys think I'm forgetting. But anyway, hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you guys have, make sure to drop a like, subscribe. Have a great day, everybody. See you all soon.